The World Championships are only 2 months away, with 13 of the world's best HYROX athletes already securing their spot. There are 3 left. 2 of those are going to be decided on US soil in Anaheim, which means of the over 300 athletes lining up on the start line of the Men's Pro, only 1 of them is going to be walking away with a guaranteed ticket to Nice. This is all or nothing. This is the European Last Chance Qualifier.
I'm not gonna lie, daughter has gonna yagi, her brain fried. My lady Papa Zenny, other lady popping Molly, why she waiting on me? Yogi my area, yogi my area. Keep on heading if you want, I drive it like a no. I don't wanna hear you, 지겹잖아 이제 넌 like I'm Bango, cutting my hair. I just keep going though, 소신껏 날 믿고 I fly non-stop, Kelly에서 New York 구름 위로 hop on, drive out and riding birds, honeyberry counting doves. I do what I wanna do, 그게 나의 무늬원. 너넨 꿈꾸지 말만 많지, just do it. Like Nike, just do it. Get to know me and I 내 flow가 짧은 눈이 분위기는 chill. Fendi snakes on my bell, yeah I'm feeling first class.
So, guys, welcome to Cologne, Germany, where FIBO, the largest fitness expo in the entire world, plays host to one of the biggest moments in the elite level of the sport this season so far. This is the European Last Chance Qualifiers. We've had 4 majors. They have decided 12 of the current world's qualifiers. Cologne is the penultimate opportunity for these guys to stake a claim to represent the Elite 15 at the World Championships. And today, as I mentioned, there's only 1 spot up for grabs. So, why is this different to the majors? It's mass start, and there was no qualification process for this race, so it means that anyone can compete. This opening heat of Men's Pro is just chocker to the brim with sub 60-minute talent and a little bit of unrealised potential. So let's take a little look at the start list. James Kelly, a name that jumps out. He's been at every single major so far this season. A 6th, a 5th, a 9th and a 7th, yet he still finds himself in the Last Chance Qualifiers. Geoffrey Voisin out of France, Lucas Doroth and Tobias Lautvine, both local from Germany. Jonathan Wynn, someone who missed DC, but wants to lay it all down out there today. John, your season's been hampered by injury, illness. How does that change your approach to today's Last Chance Qualifier?
I had to go all in. The last 2 months, knowing that this race is the only chance I'm going to have to qualify. I don't really want to go to America, so this is I went all in. That 1 spot has made me be able to dig deep. Like honestly, I probably wouldn't have been able to train so hard if I didn't know there was only 1 spot available. Touch wood, I can have the performance I want. My engine's there. I haven't been faster or I got my strength up as well. But I need to perform on the day, and today is what matters. So it's a packed field. A lot of good athletes, everyone's hungry. It's going to be a good show.
I focus on myself. I've no idea who else is racing, and we'll see who's at the top at the end of the day.
Is there a strategy?
Yeah, there definitely is.
But you're not going to share it.
I'm not going to share it.
Great, go well out there.
Thank you, Lauren.
Hida Vishma front and centre there in the black HYROX top. But also a number of pro athletes that we see regularly on the HYROX circuit having a go. This is the Last Chance Qualifier after all. It is open for anyone to compete, and with only 1 spot, it's going to be a serious battle as the men take to the course for the very first time here in Cologne. You know this is going to be absolutely ferocious. As we head into the ski erg, it's Fabian Eisenlauer out of Germany who's going to be the first one through. Followed up by Jake Williamson out of the UK and Eugenio Bianchi in the red hat. There's James Kelly in the top 5. All of these gents vying for the final spot to be claimed in Europe to go to that World Championships in Nice. Looking pretty comfortable right now. In the blue shorts, Harry Thompson. Another one out of the UK is Harry. Got a good UK contingent, as with a lot of the HYROX events, but Harry, he's got a 58.30 in London. And look, he's second out behind Eugenio Bianchi. The Italian in the red hat, though, leading the charge. This is a fast-paced set by our gents. 1,000 meters on that ski erg, done and dusted. But now the real work begins. Looking very comfortable on that run. Got a nice cadence. The sled push. 4 lengths of 12.5 meters. There's 202 kilograms on those brand new center sleds. A few of the athletes in the field have had the opportunity to get their hands on them before out in Washington, DC, where they made their debut for the Elite 15 race. And now they are debuting in Cologne as well. From now on, you will be seeing center kit at every single HYROX race going forward. A very exciting partnership as HYROX also launched the 365 program. That was a little bit of excitement yesterday. Finding all about how they're going to integrate the academy, their training, and their affiliate system. Make sure you check it out online, hyrox.com, for more information. So it looks like Eugenio Bianchi has fallen behind coming into the sled push, but he's making light work of catching up. Eisenhower having to take a break, but look at Harry Thompson go. Using his height to his advantage, he's keeping pace with Bianchi, man in the blue shorts. He won the overall men's pro in London Olympia last year. Obviously, that's coming up on the horizon. He'll be eyeing that, no doubt. Halfway through the work on the sleds, it's James Kelly, unofficially in 3rd place at the moment. Gosh, he wants this, James Kelly. He's had such a consistent season, but not one of those results has done quite enough to see him book that ticket to the World Champs. And of course, if you remember back to Manchester last year, he had the most incredible story where he came in as a roll down last minute due to Tim Venish's late withdrawal. He then finished 8th. Very impressive from the Aussie. But there goes Harry Thompson. Now, Harry Thompson is a bit of a runner. He'll find himself a nice cadence on the next couple of laps and just settle into this. I don't think we saw the best of him when we were out in Washington, DC for the final major of the year last month. But now without the jet lag and feeling a little bit closer to home, I think we'll really get an opportunity to see what Harry can do. Eisenhower in lane 1 still out there. I think he's going to struggle to keep up with the field now. Sleds are getting the better of the German. There goes Eugenio Bianchi. As the field head out on to the 3rd run, James Kelly there, left-hand side of your screen. Sadiq Elfatouri there in the orange. We don't know a huge amount about that Brit, other than he did win Birmingham. I don't think he's got a sub 1 hour race time, so it'll be interesting to see what he can do when he's being pushed by the field athletes around him. And look at that, your 1 and 2. Harry Thompson, James Kelly coming into the sled pull. James fighting for a little bit of chalk. Of course, these are brand new center ropes. It'll be interesting to see how these athletes manage. Both of them would have had their hands on them in Washington, DC major a couple of weeks ago. But of course, this is a brand new kit once again here in Cologne. They look like they're moving pretty easily. 4 lengths of 12.5 meters. There is 153 kilograms on those sleds. Looks like Harry Thompson's going to be the first to get his done before moving to the other side and to go again. James Kelly, though, look at that battle. I think we're going to see a real to and fro between these two athletes. They're looking so comfortable right now. Of course, the race is only just beginning, so we'll give them a little bit of leeway. Eugenio Bianchi in the red hat, currently your number 3. Sadiq Elfatouri in 4. Where has this man come from? And look next to him, John Wynn keeping pace. John wants this so badly. He had to miss the Washington DC major due to illness. He wasn't well enough really when he turned up in Vienna. So If he wants to go to World Championships, he needs to throw absolutely every single thing at this. This is pretty much what he said in the interview that we had earlier today. Thompson and Kelly still neck and neck. Kelly's not going to let him get away with anything. Both opting for a similar strategy with the dip drive and walk. Judges are going to be so hot on the heels of these athletes. If they go over that back line on your far right, they are going to get reprimanded, and we've seen it happen in plenty of majors this season. Judges are not going to let you get away with anything at this level of competition. Alfatori and Bianchi, your 3 and 4. They'll be battling for that third place on the podium, but of course in this race, third doesn't really matter, does it? It's all about that one spot to get to the World Championships, that one qualifier. Of course, 2 more will be awarded in Anaheim next month. Ooh, Harry Thompson with a bit of a spill. Does that open the door for James Kelly? What can he do with that little fraction of a second? Well, the judge is calling over to whom? Is it to Fabio Bianchi? No, it's not. It's Sadiq Alfatori. He has to sort out his rope. The judge has said, no, that's not allowed. You've got to go to the back. The judge sorts out the rope. Absolute carnage on the sled pulls for Alfatori. That must have cost him valuable seconds. Oh, look, he's still asking and questioning his judge. What am I doing wrong? I think that just goes to show experience playing a little bit of a part here in Cologne. As James Kelly and Harry Thompson are out and back out onto the run. We've got burpee broad jumps up next. This is where all of your cardiovascular and metabolic capacity comes into play. Who's going to be next out? It does look like it's Eugenio Bianchi who's going to join them. This is a great race from the Italian. We saw him take 10th in Chicago and a 12th in Stockholm, but we've not quite seen this ferocity of attack from him. He is, of course, a 5-time FIS world champion in marathon ski. He knows how to pace. And, I mean, that proves all important, especially in this mass start environment. And we're on to the burpee broad jumps. And it's James Kelly who gets underway first. Oh, the Aussie is flying. 80 meters of burpee broad jumps in any standard HYROX race. That's what our gents are going to be completing. An interesting course here, though. Normally you tend to go forward and back on yourself, but there's a little dog leg in this, which gives us a really nice indicator of how far athletes are in between one another, as Harry Thompson tries to keep on the heels of James Kelly. James having started work with a new coach only recently. Well, that combined with a brand new buzz cut sees him flying. But yeah, he's started working with Anthony Pericini from the Hybrid Engine, better known as the coach of Lauren Weeks and her husband. They haven't been working together long, but it's amazing the impact that can have on an athlete in terms of performance. So much of it can be mental, as he's making a real gap now, 10 meters on Harry Thompson, who is his next nearest, as the entire field now begin their burpee broad jumps. Oh, you can see the fatigue creeping in on Harry as the judge calls him back. Oh, that's so frustrating. And when you're trying to chase down another athlete for something so simple as a no rep, you shouldn't be making those kind of mistakes at this level. He is out on his own. James Kelly leading the Cologne Last Chance qualifier. He's into the final straight. But look who's there as well. It is Tobias Lautvine catching up on Harry Thompson on the right-hand side of your screen. Tobias has had an interesting year, to say the least. Of course, after standing in the bronze medal position at last year's World Championships, we've only seen him in the European majors. A 7th in Vienna, though, gave us all of the suspicion that he might come back and do something special this season. He's struggled with a little bit of injury. His family have been so unwell, and he's been having to change focus somewhat. We know he's not going to go to Anaheim, so this really is all or nothing for Lautvine, as James Kelly finishes in the burpee broad jumps, a 25-second lead. He's amassed over Tobias Lautvine. That is absolutely huge for the Australian, who incidentally makes Germany his home. So to a certain extent, we can call this a little bit of a home race for him, as Harry Thompson also leaves the burpee broad jumps. And the rest of the field follow. There goes Jonathan Wynn and Eugenio Bianchi. And here comes Lucas Storath, another German. He absolutely dominated in Washington, D.C. Major until becoming undone on the lunges. He was tipped for big things here in Cologne, especially being in front of his native crowd. He remains in the top 5, and there's still time to be made up. Look now at the gap, 29 seconds. James Kelly is laying down a real marker here at FIBO, one of the largest expos in the world, as he struggles himself onto the rower. No harm there, though. Comfortably settling in to 1,000 meters on the Concept 2 erg. A little check to the left to see who's coming in, and the answer is not very many people, but Tobias Lautvine joins him. A 300-meter advantage on Lautvine. That's what James Kelly's managed to do. Harry Thompson in the top 3. Back at the DC Major, Thompson did stay pace with the top 3 for the first 3 stations, and then we saw him drop off. So this is a incredible improvement from the man out of Great Britain. I know you're all very excited when you found out he has fish and a tortoise. I was too. Eugenio Bianchi there in the red cap. Next to him, John Wynn. That is your top 5. We're about the halfway point. There is Lucas Storath. Sadiq El-Fattori to his right. A Manchester man. I wonder, having only done it a year, a former footballer, whether it was the World Championships that has spurred him to get so invested in the sport, as the man JK is back out on track. I mean, I've said it before, I'm going to say it again. He is laying down the gauntlet here. A really good time. You know what? I reckon if he keeps going at this pace, he could be on for a world record. This is absolutely rapid. He's leaving the rest of the field in his dust. And just think about the talent that is in there. Here comes Lautvine, though. Oh, and Harry Thompson just jumps ahead. Thompson with the blue shorts. There goes Lautvine. Those two are having a real tussle for second and third. It's so hard when you watch these guys all season and you know the ups and the downs and everything they've been to, and you know that there is only one space up for grabs, and every single one of these gentlemen wants that. Oh, it's so tough seeing them go head to head, but oh so exciting as Storath overtakes Bianchi. That could be massive. We know what Storath can do on a run. He knows how to push the pace, but look who is out on his own as he picks up the new center kettlebells. I don't know if you've noticed, there is a brand new shape to these kettlebells. They are more aerodynamically designed so they don't hit your legs while you run, and theoretically should cut through air far faster. It's working wonders for James Kelly, who is showing no signs of stopping. 32 kilograms over 200 meters, making it look like a casual walk in the park. And he is done. And Harry Thompson isn't even halfway. But oh my gosh, what an impressive performance from the Brit. I mean, I know we have seen him do well in the pro, and effectively this is a pro race, but having had that one experience in DC, he's looking more than at home amongst some of the most impressive HYROX athletes in the world. Kelly, Thompson, Lautvine, Bianchi and Storath, your top 5 at the moment. John Wynn on the cusp. And look, there's AlphaTauri still there, still in the mix. Although James Kelly, I'm not sure many people are going to get anywhere near him anymore. 40 seconds is going to be a huge gap to climb for the likes of Thompson and Laupvine. Although Toby does have a habit of building through HYROX races. And we know exactly what that man can do, Lucas Storath, when he's on a run. He can push pace and put himself into some truly dark places. So I'm not sure we should be counting chickens just yet, but he is looking so strong today. He's had a little bit of secret sauce. I'm not sure what that sauce is. I want to find out. There he is. And look, our man on the mic, MC Faisal, just fancying a little bit of run with the current leader. You're not going to miss him anymore. Look at that buzz cut. He did that a couple of days ago, much to the, I'm not sure I'd say disgust, but his girlfriend Georgie wasn't best impressed. As he enters the sandbag lunges. 43 minutes, 44 on the clock. This is looking super tasty. If you think that he maybe needs 3 to 4 minutes for a full set of warbles, he could be on for a world record here. We might have a world record run on our hands here in Cologne. Not just that, by James Kelly. Unqualified for world champs at the moment. A roll down at last year's world championships. This is his to take. Gosh, this is so exciting. Looking very comfortable on those lunges. Harry Thompson, Tobias Laupvine, that is a very tight foot race. It's all going to come down to these lunges and who can hold out on the warbles when your legs are fried and you go into the Thunderdome. Then it's all a mental game. But first, we've just got to get through these, and their quads are going to be burning as they make their way into 100 meters of hell. 30 kilograms on their back. Again, the brand new kit. Spoken to a lot of athletes, both pro and amateur this week, and they've all said how much better those sandbags feel. The handles make them super easy to grip, and they're really sturdy. There goes James Kelly. I mean, at this stage, no one's going to catch him now. I'm not saying he should go easy because there might be a world record on the line, but there is not a chance that he is going to be giving up that golden ticket. James Kelly, oh my gosh, you take a bow, son. This is some phenomenal racing. And not completely unexpected, but to the level that he is currently racing at, he looks like a man possessed as he reaches the warbles. 100 to go, 9 kilograms, and you just know that this Thunderdome in Cologne is going to be completely behind him. This could be absolutely massive for the Australian. He's on for not just a potential world record, but he's on for a PB. Oh, and he's broken. Traditionally, warbles perhaps not his strongest station, but if you can see this through, he is going to be so close to Hunter McIntyre's time. 53.22 is what he's trying to beat. I think it's just going to escape him this time, but that doesn't mean this isn't an absolutely phenomenal PB. Look at the scenes here in Cologne as Harry Thompson joins him. Whilst he might not be able to take that final LCQ spot, he's going to want a second or a third. This is going to set him up so well for either going to Anaheim if he wants to take part in the final LCQ, or whether he just wants to stake a claim to majors next season. He's now very much on the radar of everyone involved in the sport. Ooh, as he fumbles his warball. Tobias Laupvine alongside him, Eugenio Bianchi, as John Wynn makes his way in, and Joffrey Voisan's there. We know how good Joff can be on a warble, but Bianchi looks like he's potentially going to take a top 3. James Kelly, though, 5 left to go, 4, 3. He's going to do it. He's not going to make a world record, but James Kelly with the second fastest HYROX men's pro time ever, a 54.03. Oh my gosh, James Kelly, you are going to the World Championships. And you can see exactly what that means to him. He put his heart and soul into that performance. Megan Jacoby welcoming him into the finish area. My gosh, what an unbelievable performance from the Australian, as 2 and 3 are still battling. There's still a podium to be won here, folks. I know the excitement's getting a lot, but Harry Thompson and Tobias Lautvine, they might not be able to secure a ticket, but they're going to want 2 and 3 and to stand on that HYROX podium regardless. They are competitors after all. Looks like Lautvine might have the upper hand here with Harry Thompson braking. What? Geoffrey Voisin, the Frenchman, he's been mid-pack this entire time. He's going unbroken. I'm not sure Harry's going to be able to keep this up. He's having words with the judge. You can see the toll it's taken on him. He's looking up at that wall ball target. Tobias Lautvine, though, looking very consistent. Geoffrey Voisin still hanging on to that wall ball. He is not putting that bad boy down. Oh, Eugenio Bianchi's just had to brake. But his cycle rate is so smooth. Can't be many more for the Italian. As the crowds, the incredible German crowds here in Cologne, watch on in earnest. Who's going to take second? Who's taking third? There's still a podium to be won here in Cologne. Of course, James Kelly with an unbelievable race. That's one that will go down in the ages of HYROX. People are going to be talking about that for some time to come. Bianchi, though, looks like he's going to take second. He's got 6 left. And he's broken. Bianchi is broken with only 6 reps left to go. The Italian, he's got to hang on to it. How about it? It's Geoffrey Voisin with 5 reps left. Geoffrey Voisin overtakes the rest of the field. He came into the wall balls in 7th and he comes 2nd here in Cologne, taking a podium spot, as does Eugenio Bianchi. What an unbelievable finish though for Geoffrey Voisin, a 56.57. Not quite his Barcelona time, but an unbelievable performance nonetheless. What about the rest of the results? You've got Eugenio Bianchi, a 57.09. Sadiq Alfatori, a really impressive debut on the live stream for the Brit. 57.44. He's never run sub an hour before. And Peter Schiller in 5th. The wall balls changed absolutely everything. You had 3 Germans in Lucas Storath and Tobias Lautvine, all between 5th and 7th. Evan Humphreys, 8th. James Kelly, the 2nd fastest time in the world, and you're going to Nice. Is it safe to say that was a complete performance?
Yeah, it was. Well, it was a long time coming. I've had good races this year, but not quite great. And shout out to my boy Anthony Pericini, who I'm working with now. And the exciting thing is we've just started together, and yeah, we're just getting started, let's just say.
It's paying off. Do times like this give you ambitions, perhaps greater than just competing at the World Championships, perhaps placing on a podium, perhaps winning it?
It's funny, Lauren, like the last 5 weeks since the Washington Major, my whole focus was today. I didn't even think about the Worlds or any other race or anything apart from today, and being mentally and physically prepared for today. 5 minutes since I've finished.
James Kelly, baby! Oh! Straight up murderer. Don't be fooled by his smile. A straight up murderer.
All I care about now is embracing, you know, today and watching my partner in crime, Georgie, get going tonight, and celebrating until we go back to the drawing board on Monday, prepare for Worlds. And to answer your question, I've just kind of gone on tangent, haven't I? But to answer your question, you know what, anything is possible right here, right now. And that's the exciting part.
It was so exciting to watch. Enjoy every single second.
Thank you. Thank you, Lauren.
Geoffrey, first and foremost, take me through your race strategy, because you were comfortably top 10, but to suddenly end up second and beast the Warbles like you did, was that always the plan?
No, the plan is always the same. For me, it's too difficult to go going fast in the beginning, so I have to be slowly during 2 or 3 workouts. I try to come back slowly. After, if I'm lucky, with the lunges and the wall ball, I try to do my best. Today it's okay, sometimes no. Today I'm happy. The second place is a very good place for me, but it's not enough for elite. But I'm very happy. James was too good today. He's arrived when I had still 2 runs, so congratulations to him. I'm happy for this.
Wasn't quite enough, as you said, to make it to Nice. So will we see you in Anaheim?
I don't know yet. I have to negotiate with my wife and my kids, so I don't know. I would like, because after today, I say me, if I am in the top 3, top 4, maybe I can go there. I can maybe play something there. Okay, I have to see there. I have to see in the week if I go or not.
Well, that race must have done wonders for your confidence. Massive congratulations and enjoy second place.
Thank you very much for all.
So what about those who have qualified? Of course, it was Ryan Kent who took the first one of the year in Chicago alongside Rylan Shadeg and Alexander Ronchevich. Hunter McIntyre, you've got to remember that incredible world record out in Stockholm and the out of nowhere Bo Wills performance, that second place earning him a spot. Michael Sambach, Pelaya Menendez Fernandez, Tim Vienisch, Thomas Turdvik, and of course, that incredible display from Dylan Scott out in DC. Graham Halliday, Rich Ryan, and now the one, the only, the Australian, James Kelly joins that list. But of course, as you can see, there are 2 spots still to be filled. And that, of course, my friends, will happen on the 19th of May in Anaheim. So that is where we leave the men's last chance qualifier from Cologne in Europe, covered in sweat, and with James Kelly recording the 2nd fastest time ever. He joins those 12 athletes on their way to Nice, but there are 2 more spots to be decided. That will happen on US soil in Anaheim next month. Until then, it's going to be a very tense wait. We'll see you later.